Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are checking out Andrew Cuneo's Izzet Wizards deck that he played in the MPL Spark Split Week 4. Spicy one that I haven't seen anywhere else. It's a Wizard aggro deck with a ton of value baked in thanks to Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is in fact a wizard. The deck is got all those wizard payoffs in Wizard's Retort, Wizard's Lightning, Adeliz the Cinder Wind, Narumeha the Master Wizard. The deck did manage to win a round for Andrew Cuneo, improving him to 4-2, which was pretty crazy considering what a roguey strategy it is, and it makes you wonder, is there hope for the Wizard tribe? I played this deck a good amount yesterday on Twitch, trying to get through the Platinum ranks, and I did not find it to be very good for a best of one meta. White aggro in particular, I suddenly had to play many times, and it was a very, very, very tough matchup. But at the same time, I did have a good amount of fun. When the deck does its thing, it does the thing very well. Goblin Electromancer is a card I have trouble getting behind in the deck. The only payoff and discount is on Chartacourse. The rest of these are 1 mana, or they get their cost reduced simply by having a wizard. Over in the sideboard, other options to reduce the cost are cards like Entrancing Melody, which is good, Negate, which is good, and Fiery Cannonade, so I believe this is a best of 3 card. If you were to play the deck in best of 1, like I'm about to, because I enjoy best of 1 a bit more, and I don't think this is a serious deck, I would go for the Burning Street Prophet. And well, Burning, I don't know why I call him a Street Prophet. I don't know why I call this Burning Street Prophet. I just always want to say Street Prophet. Burning Prophet. This card, whenever is also a wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, +1/+0 on turn and scry 1. So we've got a number of those spells. Should work out very well. So that's what I'm going to try in the deck for the best of 1 run I'm going to do in a constructed event. As for the rest of the sideboard, it looks like you can turn it into a Drake deck if you're against somebody who has a lot of Drake weakness. You need to do some flying. You can go with Crackling Drake, maybe some weakness to 4 toughness, like they play so much Lightning Strike and things like that. The God Eternal Kefnet was awesome for Cuneo. This card showed up on turn 4 in both of the post-sideboard games of his match, and he absolutely got a ton of value off it and rode the great Kefnet to victory. So this is a card I would be sideboarding in all the time. Fiery Cannonades possibly help with that white matchup. Negates, you know what to bring Negate in for. Anytime the spells are the too manys. Maybe this is great against red too. A lot of people sideboard some Negates against red. Shivan Fire and Reckless Rage for more cheap removal. Yeah, it's a pretty flexible sideboard that really just helps the deck stay low. It doesn't really transform unless you want to count the Drake movement. All right, I'm going to go play some best of 1 constructed event, but if you need some sideboard guide and sideboard tech for it, I really haven't played many games with it, just giving you my first impressions, but keep the deck lean, keep your wizard synergies going, and sideboard in some hard-hitting cards that really affect the opponent's strategy a lot. Don't sideboard in like too many negates if you're not absolutely sure of what you're planning to negate, would be my advice. All right, let's go play some fun games. HauntedFlower.com has thousands of licensed apparel designs. Licensed means it is legal for me to use the trademarked logos and such, and I paid a lot of money to make them, so please check it out. Game of Thrones t-shirts help you remember better times when characters you liked were still alive. Magic the Gathering mana symbol pants. Magic the Gathering mana symbol sleep pants. I don't always wear pants when I stream, but when I do, I wear these. All this and more shipped worldwide at hauntedflower.com. Use the promo code CGB to save 10% and support the channel at the same time. All right, try that. Pretty good. Definitely going to fire off the Opt nice and early because I really want a 2-drop wizard. Sun Cleanser. When enters the battlefield, choose 1. Remove all counters from target creature. That's not happening. Target opponent loses all counters. That player can't get counters for as long as Sun Cleanser is on the battlefield. I don't think that will matter. Wow. What do we got here? Look at this. Look at this emote spammer. They're upset. What, I can't read a card? I think that's 5-year goes. We'll give him a little something back. Sure, I'll take another opt, why not? I want a 2-drop creature, but opt is selection, keeps me from flooding. And we got our 2-drop creature anyway because pro magic over here. That's a joke, everybody. I'm not pro magic. Don't get your comments, your comment panties in a bunch, as I've heard said. Marshall, boom. Big old 2/5 over there. All right. I guess holding up the Wizard's Lightning is fine. We have Lightning and Retort available. We could play the opt, attack, flashback the opt. That's not particularly shiny or anything. The question is, when am I actually going to get to play my other creatures to the battlefield? I'm not sure. Let's say go. If the opponent wants to use these to convoke out a Loxodon, we can counter the Loxodon and Lightning the Marshall. So I'm okay with letting them try to make their play, as opposed to Lightning on my turn on the Marshall to try to take them off of a play. Sure. Just a 1/1. A 2/2 for now, but soon to be a 1/1. Let's see if you want to attack. You do. Saucy. Zap. What else you got? Yep. Nay. Haha! Feel the wrath of my wizards. And now, behold the power. Oh! I guess we hit him in the feels that game. They 0 tolerance. We had them on tilt from turn 2, you guys. We had them on tilt from turn 2 by reading the Sun Cleanser. Okay, seems like another totally decent hand. Getting that second turn Dread Horde Arcanist that can give us some opt value and a Charter Course sounds really nice. As long as it, you know, doesn't die. This is the best of one. Your 2-drops always die. Or if they don't, they just run away with the game. My game. Sweet art. I know, my face is covering it right now. Behold, I am Dread Horde Arcanist. I have a giant head and tiny arms. I am Dread Horde Arcanist. Sorry. Cringy goofiness. Don't know what got into me today. It must be waiting for these things to happen. It just brings out the absolute nutball in me. There we go. What you got? You're dressed up like a lion. Are you white aggro? Hello? Maybe they're like, oh, I know that Covert Go Blue. I'm opening up Twitch. Surely they're streaming. I can look at their hand. I can look at his hand. I'm not streaming. Nope. That's why I make this content just for YouTube. There's no chat here. You don't have me shouting out Joe Schmo in chat. Thank you for the 500 bits. None of that. You can't hack into my YouTube feed and see my hand. You're gonna have to win the old-fashioned way. With deductive reasoning and casting spells and, I don't know, running me out of patience by milking the timer. Hallowed Fountain, okay. It's another threat. I need threats, right? Feels like I need threats. I'll take it. We'll find the land. Told ya. Boom. Boom. Dropping bombs on ya. Snap played it. Didn't have to think about it. If you're gonna thought erase me, I'm gonna get me some opt out of the graveyard value. Yeah, don't worry about it. They were ready. Already ready already. Well, we could slam in with Adeliz. There is some downside, I suppose. Like, if the opponent just kills it, we didn't get really any value out of the trigger, whereas if we play an Augur, we might be able to get some Adelie's value by playing it and playing a spell the same turn. Also, she can snipe a Planeswalker. If the opponent has a Thought Erasure, we're going to be very regretful, though. So I think we just play as if the opponent has Thought Erasure, because they always do. And the Dreadhorde Arcanist is good enough that they would forgo a Thought Erasure on turn 2 to use a Tyrant Scorn. So we can't rule out the Thought Erasure. Because with this being on the board, they can't just play a Planeswalker. If they Thought Erase, they get a lesser threat. And if they play a Planeswalker, they're pressured by the Adelies, who can just come over and try to kill it. It's also pretty good against a fairy. And here we have no play. Interesting. I am attacking you with the Cinder Wind. Look at the nothing they're doing. Let's try and opt, get a little extra bonus damage, shall we? Is it good against a control deck to have a Wizard's Lightning? I mean, it can be a lot of damage. The problem with it is if they kill our wizards, it's no good anymore. But I'll take it. Get in there. I'll also play an Augur. If we hit a spell, that's good. If we don't and we get Wrathed, I'm sad, but I think it's worth the risk. Having 2 threats on the board is much better than 1, and we do at least hit a chart, of course. So if the opponent Wraths this board, we got some damage in, we got some value. It's not terrible. Checking my graveyard. What you want out of my graveyard? Not playing no Direfleet Daredevil. Basilica Bellhaunt. What's the discard? Maybe it is the Wizard's Lightning, to be honest. I don't know, that Wizard Lightning is strong. I just don't want to get rid of all my creatures by dropping off another Augur, and I want the extra cards. And I think Opt is good. Is it better than these? This is a tough one. I actually think it is the Augur. The opponent, appearing to be on Esper midrange, doesn't quite have the stuff to sweep the board very often. And now I'm thinking that they're on to Fairy, Hero of Dominaria. Maybe they've got Command the Dreadhorde in their hand already, and that's what the graveyard check was. We can hit them very hard. That's probably not the worst. Burning Prophet. Do I want that in my hand? It is a backup threat. If something were to happen to my creatures, I would want this, so I'll take it. Alright, so let's attack. If the opponent blocks the Augur, we can throw this fire at their face and kill the Bellhaunt. It's still like taking a 2-for-1, but we get more damage in, and their face hurts really bad. If they don't block, are they dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 5. No, they're not dead. They'd be at 2, potentially. But I think I'll just save the burn. Do the damage and chart the course. Because that's fine. Although putting them at 2 sounds really nice with all this card draw, but they have life gain in their deck. And we did hit a land, that's nice. We'll go ahead and pay 2 life, it might come in handy. Esper mid, what are you doing? I'm expecting a Hero of Dominaria. Another Bellhaunt. Now I feel like the Burning Prophet can go. I've got an Arcanist, which is a better card to have, and all the other spells are stronger. Does the opponent wish to attack? Well, if they weren't going to block and they weren't going to attack, I guess I'm pretty happy. All right, my turn. So I'm going to main phase this particular chart because I'm willing to discard a land just to get some extra damage in with Adelise. Ooh, I like the Wizard's Retort showing up here. So we can drop off this land. We can play this out. If we attack and we played both of our burn spells, that would be pretty bad because then it would take the retort down, and right now we're doing good. So we'll just slam for 3 more and get the opponent closer to dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really close to lethal. What are we gonna see? Liliana. Yeah, that is retort worthy. That is a card. And that should do it. Pew. Pew. And pew pew. And a little gas to spare. Go Addities! Carry. On the wings of Addities, the Cinder Wind, we have prevailed. Okay, we've got a turn 2 creature and some Cinder Winds and a chart, so I'll keep it. It's not the greatest hand I have ever seen. Doesn't have no removal. Might get run over. Rustwing Falcon. Yeah, trusty Rusty. Alright, let's get the Prophet on the battlefield. Get ready for some 1-3 shenanigans. The Bodyguard is dauntless. The Rustwing is vicious. But there isn't another 1-drop, so hey, something went our way, kinda. But what's the play here? Venerated Loxodon is such a problem. I feel like I need to chart a course for another land. So if I'm going to do that, should I attack to get the 2 cards? I get the Scry and then 2 cards. I can probably hit a land and bolt something. I think so. Yeah, I mean, I could be discarding an Adeliz, but the Adeliz may actually have to come down and trade. But there is an extra point of damage if I do it that way. But I don't think I'm going to be the beatdown in this matchup. So yeah, tough decisions from turn 3. Let's chart. There's a land. Wonderful. And another land. Okay. So, lightning this away and make it harder to play a Loxodon. The opponent, they kept a hand with 2 1-drops. If they have their 3rd land, I think what we're going to see is going to be like a Benalish Marshal or a History of Benalia, and those are typically better targets. Although a Benalish Marshal is a better target, but History of Benalia is about the same as a Dauntless, so I'm just going to go after this Dauntless right here, right now. There's no other place I'd rather be. Alright, one less thing on the board. Here's the History of Benalia. That comes down. Now here's a land. Here's Adeliz the Cinder Wind. And I think we're attacking. We can pile up a lot of damage and abilities, so trying to be aggressive might take the white deck off their stride. They say pass 2 damage. Let's fire this opt. And let's scry first, pump second, sure. Wizard's Retort. 2 reactive, perhaps? Our opponent's big turn is going to be next turn. Our shields are already down. I think this is too reactive. I think I need more burn spells. Because basically we're hoping that our opponent can't deal with the threats we're presenting and that we can burn them out quickly. If we sit back on counter spells and try to like counter their key stuff, all their key stuff is coming down here. Like this. And it looks like a Conclave Tribunal. No. So they held back the Rustwing Falcon for reasons. Well, I don't want my Adeliz blocked, so I think this play is pretty straightforward. I wonder if the opponent would not block it all, though. They held this back planning to block it, so let's get rid of it. Don't need the mountain. More burn. More burn. Let's get in there. No blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're dead. They're so dead. All the retorts to the bottom. Yeah, baby. The Master Blaster. The finest of the Nerf guns. You should have blocked the Prophet. 7-6. Largest burning Prophet I've ever seen, personally. I don't know what your record for gigantic Prophet might be, but that's mine. I hope you enjoyed these games with the IZZARDS deck. That's Izzet Wizards from Andrew Cuneo and his MPL play. This best of one version with Burning Prophet. I felt like Burning Prophet really earned its spot, but you probably still want the Electromancer to team up with Negate if you're going to be one of those mages who enjoys a good sideboarded game every now and then. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video.